Did you see populist movement in Japan growing? I did, yeah. Japan's like, I don't know, you call it right-wing party or whatever, making big strides because Japan's crumbling, dude. By the way, I want to say something. Listen, I give Trump endless amounts of deserved shit for how he's handled these tariffs and these trade deals. But as I've researched more into how this Japan trade deal has gone, Ishiba is also dumb as bricks. The PM of Japan. So I don't know Japanese politics that well. I don't know the insider details of it, but I've started to learn more. And it's like, this guy is so, you know, the way like in America, they will never do anything that hurts boomers. This guy will not do anything that hurts his rice farmer lobby that like supports his campaign. The guy he sent to the negotiation is not even the best guy for it. He's a guy from the rice farming region. And they're holding up the entire trade deal over the fact they will not accept any US rice. While they are in a massive rice shortage. The price of rice is spiking in Japan. They have a massive shortage, and he will not do anything that allows like foreign rice to come in. And that is actually what's holding up the deal, because Trump is now desperate to get the deal done. Like, my understanding now of the negotiations at this point is that Trump wanted an easy win, and so he made up a number. He said, Japan tariffs our rice at 700%. And all Japan had to do was be like, yeah, we do. We'll bring it down to a much lower number, because the number is kind of lower. All they have to do is go with that. And Ishiba won't do that. They're not even actually tariffing at 700%. Like, Trump gave them an easy out. It's actually crazy. Now, listen, the bigger problem is that this negotiation shouldn't be happening to begin with. I want to be very clear that this whole tariff battle, this whole negotiation is stupid. It's a waste and it's a game and it's a headline thing. But you should be, as a leader, you should be able to take that win easy. You need rice. US is offering rice. You can just make a deal on rice, get a handshake deal. You know who was good at this? He wasn't good at other things like dodging bullets, but that's just too soon. But the last guy, I blank on his name. The guy that, Shinzo Abe. Shinzo Abe, he knew how to play Trump like a fucking fiddle, dude. Shinzo Abe played Trump like a fiddle. He was getting the best deals out of America. And Ishiba doesn't know how to do it. Ishiba's getting stubborn on the stupidest point, and so there's no deal happening. I know this sounds crazy, but this is actually, I actually did a deeper bit of reading these past few days, and it's like, it is more complex than I thought, and there is like deep hunger on the US side for just any sort of headline deal, and Japan could have got an easy win. Yeah, Trump is not hard to manipulate. That's like, that's actually, I think it's an easy way to phrase it. Trump is not hard to manipulate if you're not doing it when you're the most favored partner. You're actually just bad at your job. I actually think Ishiba is going to lead Japan down a far right path because he's choking the bag. Just call him daddy. Yeah, daddy, we will lower. No, I'm not even kidding. If Ishiba came out and said, wow, you drive a strong bargain, Mr. Trump, I can tell you really love your country. We're going to lower our rice tariffs from 700%, which they aren't at, to down to 100%. And we're going to buy a significant tonnage of rice for our shortage right now. He could do anything else. Because again, right now, the tariffs are hurting Japan's car industry. He could get rid of all of that. He could get rid of everything else. He needs the rice anyway. He'd have a handshake deal. Trump would move on. Do you know what I'm saying? It's so crazy to hold it up because he wants to appear tough for rice farmers in Japan. When every Japanese citizen is like, please get us cheaper rice. I'm just surprised. I thought it was only the US choking the bag there, and it's actually both sides cluster. Similar things happening in India with the US. And I haven't read on India, so I don't want to say anything. My default response is these negotiations shouldn't happen. They're stupid as shit. If I learn more about the India one, I'll say it, but I'm not going to criticize. Maybe the dairy and agricultural thing is more important there. But the specific thing about Japan, why it's so funny, is that Japan truly is having a rice crisis right now. Like, Japan's rice farmers cannot make enough rice for demand. The price of rice, that's a tough thing, is rising rapidly. People are furious, and he is not taking the easy win of importing some US rice. That is crazy. And there is lobbying. Yeah, exactly. There's a rice lobby in Japan that has a lot of control over the government. These rice farmers have a lot of political power, and that is who the Ishiba is responding to. That's who he's. It's not like America has the only corrupt people in government. There's corruption and double dealing in government everywhere, all over, all countries. As you learn more about them, you can see the little detail, little strings that get pulled. In the US, we have racism. In Japan, they have ricism. This is fucking deep. That's fucking powerful. Yeah, also they have racism in Japan. Like a lot of it. They have plenty of racism in Japan. It's actually more flagrant. I don't believe the anime country would do that. At least they're not sexist though, huh? I don't know if you guys know this. Nvidia stock is about to hit $4 trillion. Nvidia might be the first 4 trillion company. 388, basically 39. That's crazy. How much have you missed out on? Honestly, I think I made money, but we could check. So I sold when it was #1 and I put it into gold. My gold is up 35%. Yeah, Nvidia since I sold is up like 15%. But you know, it can keep going up. I mean, listen, people are in a mania right now. It's back. The Mag 7 is back. All the Mag 7 is up. When actually Tesla's down, right? Because Elon Musk Elon Musk got no friends in government. He got no friends in government for his car company that needs government subsidies. Is it just going to go down for Elon, or is there a framing factor that could potentially save him? You know, from my POV, he's f***ing screwed. The world is filled with billionaires who thought they could stand up to their own government. They can influence it, they can steal from it, they can do all sorts of things. But whenever they have like a chief executive, they always lose. Russia's littered with billionaires that got disappeared by Putin. Jack Ma got shut down by Xi Jinping. Even like FDR smacked down Getty, hit him with a 90% tax. When they get too close, the state always wins. The people with the guns always win. Hey, Shrek, question about the BBB. You said before the rich aren't paying their taxes regardless of the amount they're supposed to pay. Will the new tax cut possibly change the rich's money towards the government rather towards their tax lawyers? Thanks. Many of the tax cuts I'm talking about are extensions of current tax cuts that were supposed to expire. So Trump had a Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in 2017 that gave huge cuts to the rich for a set number of years that expired now in this year. So this bill extends them. Did Biden extend it? No, they ran through Biden's term. The law was passed and it ran through Biden's term and it extended it. Joe Biden couldn't cancel, it was already law. So I don't think much will change. I think this is just the status quo for the wealthy. Again, myself included. I'm not at the highest end of what the tax savings are for this, but I'm going to save an average of $6,000 to $7,000 on my tax bill because of this, which is deserved. Which is deserved. Nobody deserves it more than me. And I actually think this baby bill is pretty smart. How do I sleep at night with that knowledge? What knowledge? How do you sleep at night? How do I sleep at night? Did I save money on it? I did what I could, bro. I probably made 6 videos shitting on that bill, plus the podcast, plus 2 podcasts. It's not like a single Democrat voted for it, bro. So there's no, you can't stop it. If you made 7, it wouldn't have passed. Fuck. You say tax cuts for the rich are permanent, but can't 2028's Congress just pass the BBB is canceled bill? It's more difficult to get it undone than it is to do it in our government. But I will say yes. The larger principle of like anything the government does can always be undone later if there's political will. That's true. That's true in any society. No rule is real. I just want to say, one thing you'll learn if you study history, and I'm learning this in Rome right now, no rule is real. The rules they make, the second there's enough people that don't agree with it, they just get rid of it. All the laws only exist if we collectively agree and abide by them. It's really a norm. It's a norm. Like you have to be like, okay, I respect that. TikTok ban's a great example. The TikTok ban went through all the proper procedures. It was bipartisan. Democrats and Republicans voted for it. It was signed into law. It happened. Supreme Court approved it. Every single branch of government made it happen. And then Trump wrote an executive order and said, nah, theoretically that shouldn't happen. But we're in a part of the world where who's going to say no? I thought executive orders were below law bills. That's correct. They are below, but only if someone does something about it. Thank God the corporate income tax rate is 21% now. When I go into work on Monday, I can ask for a raise and feel that trickle right on my paycheck. Yeah, you should. Hey, the debt ceiling was raised $5 trillion, so you should take on some debt too. Good service of this country. I would even support, I wouldn't say lower taxes, but they could have extended the tax cuts if they funded the IRS to actually enforce the taxes we have now. At the very least, I'd be like, hey, at least we're consistent. But they didn't do that. I mean, they just cut, it's a real scam era. It's a real era where like, if you're not grifting, you're not trying. You know what I'm saying? If you are someone who is rich, who doesn't want to use every loophole, then you are falling behind because nobody's enforcing the cheating. No one's like stopping someone from cheating. It's annoying. It's an annoying incentive structure. It's not good. How does the bill affect me as a Canadian? Not much. I don't think so. I guess if you were a Canadian trying to sneak into the United States, you could end up in a brand new ICE detention center. But as a Canadian in Canada, I don't think this bill affects you that much. Will I still be able to negatively gear my 8 properties in Australia? You bet your ass. They'll never change that. You bet your kangaroo on that one. They'll never change that shit. God is my witness.